from coming from behind away from home.
No, big relief from Manchester United, because I tell you what, West Ham could have been, 2 or 3 goals ahead at half-time. They were certainly the best team in the first half. The manager there, Solskjaer, he made changes at half-time. Of course, they had a positive effect. But I thought that man in view, Paul Pogba, obviously with the first goal, was one of the keys. And it was all Manchester. The longer the game went, the better Manchester United got.
Now, David Moyes, not happy with the decision. He won't be happy with the result, Jim. How did they not win that game and the chances they had?
Yeah, he must be feeling half-time. He must have been feeling so good, and asking his team just the same. And then obviously what happened with the first goal, he must be feeling now so disappointed, because momentum changed totally. And after the 1-1, there was only going to be one winner. Man United stepped it up, in control, and they were getting chances after chances. But West Ham was absolutely magnificent in the first half, and they should have been 3 up. If they were 3 up, it would have been just normal and deserved.
But it is 4 league wins in a row for Manchester United. We are 3 down, and one very big one still to come, of course, at the Bridge. Chelsea against Leeds. Earlier on, a point apiece between Burnley and Everton. Comfortable win from Manchester City against Fulham, and 3 more points from Manchester United. 4 games tomorrow, including the North London derby and the champions Liverpool at home to Wolves, and Brighton Southampton rounds it all off in the Monday night football. So Manchester United, on the back of those 4 straight wins, go into the top 4, 19 points. And look at that, before Chelsea kick off against Leeds at Stamford Bridge, they are level on points with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side, and a point ahead of Manchester City. West Ham 7th, staying on 17 points, the same number as Southampton, Everton and Wolves. Sheffield United, of course, play tomorrow. They are the bottom club. They are 5 points behind Burnley, who have added a point to their total today on 6, and West Brom and Fulham just a point out of the drop zone.
Marcus, what is it about this Manchester United team on the road? You give the opposition a chance and then you come back.
We need to stop doing that. If we keep more clean sheets, we'll definitely win more games. So it's good that we show spirit to come back when we concede a goal, but ideally we don't want to be conceding.
I mean, the difference between the 2 periods was extraordinary. You were terrible for an hour and terrific for 30 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. I think we defended in the first half. You could see on the counter attacks, they was attacking us with some big threats, and we managed to get through it 1-0. And once you get to half time, it's an opportunity to regroup, and we can come out to the second half with a new focus, and I think that's what we did.
I know you were warming up for some of it, but what did the manager say at half time?
I think it's sometimes it's not about what he says, it's about what we can see on the pitch. And it was clear in the first half we didn't get in behind them enough. We played some decent football, but nothing that was really threatening to the back line and the goalkeeper. So I think in the second half the team knew that what we had to do. It was just a case of going out there and working hard and doing it.
How well does this bode for this massive game in midweek as well in the Champions League? Yeah,
it's a big game, and I think after you lose a game like what we did in the Champions League, it's just important to win the next game, and we did that today. So yeah, we can look forward to this last game now, and go there, enjoy ourselves, and hopefully win.
Lastly, although they weren't your fans, what was it like to have the fans back?
Brilliant. I think it's something that everyone knows the game's missed, and it's what makes the game so special. And we were speaking before the game in the changing room, and it's just a great feeling to have some fans back. It's I know it's on, what was it today, 2,000, but it's much better than nothing. So yeah, I'm glad that some fans can come back and enjoy the football.
Well done, Marcus, great stuff.
Thank you.
They didn't enjoy the result in the end, though, West Ham. They enjoyed the first hour, as Marcus Rashford was alluding to there, a real turnaround. As we mentioned, 2 goals inside 3.5 minutes. But the equaliser, we saw David Moyes at the end, before we get to the finish of Paul Pogba. Should it have stood?
We've got no way of proving it, and nor has VAR, but it should. It has to have gone out. By the way where it bounced, everybody's reaction, I'm sure we'll see a different angle. But I mean, First of all, the goal, there's no question, and it's an unbelievable strike, and no surprise, that fella in shot is a world-class player. Look at the managers. Look at the linesman, the
Simon
assistant
Long
referee
is the referee's assistant.
He's not looked at it at all. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's clapping at his goalkeeper for clearing it, and he doesn't even start looking at the ball bouncing and it's like almost a surprise reaction. David Moyes he thinks it's out, and just look at their reaction more than anyone's. It's they're clapping, they're not even, and then it's what, hang on a minute, why are we playing on? So I've got no doubts that the ball went out, but I don't think there's any way of proving it. So if you can't prove it, then I think the goal has got to stand.
Jimmy?
Yeah, those are the rules. If you can't prove it, the goal has to stand. But for me, it's all about this. And he playing higher up the pitch, because this is what he can do. Take nothing away from that. That is brilliant. He's mucking about with going deep and getting balls and doing this, doing that. No, he needs to play higher. And then he gets chances like this, and he can put them away and do something special for the strikers or for himself. Brilliant, brilliant goal.
Agreed. But can you just put your managerial hat on for a second, and you're David Moyes at the end, with Hasselbaink do and say?
He was actually very calm against the referees.
You wouldn't have been as calm as that.
I don't think that I would have been that calm after that brilliant first half that I had. Doing everything really well, a lot better than the Man United team. And at that moment, Man United were not in the game. They made them changes, but West Ham was still controlling the game. And then that happens, and yeah, that's a bitter pill to swallow.
Okay, we've talked long and hard over 18 months about the natural finishing instincts of one Mason Greenwood. So talk me through the second goal and the way he finished it.
He's always has been right the way through his youth. If you just watch when he touches this ball to start with, if you said to me, he's going to score this in 2 touches, he's going to score a goal in 2 touches, I would never, ever have believed you.
Why?
The ball is bouncing high, he's got his back to goal. It's just, if he just gets hold of it and brings someone into play, it's a miracle. How he touches that from that angle, gets it around, and then when the ball bounces up, and the ball's got lots of spin on it, watch that ball spinning. So you've got to judge the spin, you've got to hit it when it's back on the rise, so you've got to get your knee over it. I mean, it's the most technically difficult chance. And for that, the first touch was just immense, and the second wasn't far behind it. I mean, sensational goal.
100% instinct. Not thinking, doing, and just going with the flow. And he should be so proud of this goal, because this is not an easy goal. 2 touches, as Michael said. No, normally you need 3, 4. And yeah, I would have been very proud of this goal for myself.
And Marcus Rashford had a couple of chances, but he finished one in the end very well, didn't he, to make absolutely sure?
Yeah, before this he had a better chance actually. This he scores absolutely magnificent, very calm, brilliant pass from Mata into the space, what Mata can do. And here he's always under control, chips the goalkeeper, and yeah, the game was in control of Man United, in control of him. Great pass. He's onside, running at the goalkeeper, already knowing, I think, what he's going to do. Brilliant, brilliant finish.
Do you know what I loved about that goal? Was his first touch. He brought it infield. He opened up his options. If he had taken it, straight down, it'd be a left-footed finish. He'd only be able to do certain things. He comes straight infield. So now all of a sudden he's on his options. He can dink. He can go round the goalkeeper. He can slide it. But just with that one touch, he's improved the chances of scoring a goal, and that's how important the first touch is.
Tell you what, man, he would have been proud of that finish, and indeed the Mason Greenwood one in his day. That's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but now he's a manager, and here's his post-match thoughts.
Ollie, that was an extraordinary game of football from Manchester United's point of view. What changed at half-time?
Well, it normally is extraordinary when you play. It's like football. It is up and down, and of course, first half we struggled to keep up with the counter-attacks and set plays. I think we had the ball, we played in too slow a tempo. So we gave the ball away too often. Of course, we had most of the ball, but they counter-attacked and looked dangerous. So poor first half. Second half, we were more. Of course, the goal changes the mood. The first one, great goal by Paul, and the Mason goal. It's individual quality as well, of course.
We've seen this pattern before with Manchester United on the road, but
Mason goal. It's individual quality as well, of course. The first one, great goal by Paul, and the Mason goal. It's individual quality as well, of course.
we've seen this pattern before with Manchester United on the road, but in many ways, was this an exaggeration of it? You were really poor for the first hour and then really good for the half hour.
You know, we play against a team who's drawn to City. They've beaten Leicester, Wolves, they're drawn to Tottenham. They're a good team and they make it difficult for you. They're very compact, they're aggressive, the pressing is very good, one of the better ones in the league, how compact they are winning the ball off you. So I'm very, very pleased with the performance. Last week we were 2-0 down at Southampton, and this was a step forward, only 1-0 down.
You said to us before the match, I will only use Fernandes and Rashford if I have to. Did you simply have to?
Yeah, injuries. So it's unfortunate that we sometimes you get muscle injuries, and Eddie had to come off with an injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. Anthony had to come off here as well, and of course Bruno is part of this team, and 45 minutes was enough.
Well, there we go. That's an interesting explanation from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There they are, suddenly up to fourth. And what a huge week ahead for Manchester United. Leipzig, but they need to get a result in the Champions League to get into the last 16. And then, of course, the small matter of the Manchester derby. I just wonder, looking at that table there and the narrative that is around Manchester United and Chelsea at the moment, Chelsea about to kick off in our second game against Leeds, they're level on points.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it, at all? The thing with Manchester United, you just don't know what you're going to get not from game to game, during games at the minute. I mean, as we've seen, a total different team at half-time. They actually played very well in midweek. I watched them in the Champions League, and they were very, very good and got beat 3-1. They played the team far better then than they did today. So it's hard to know. There's no consistency about Manchester United at the moment. However, if they get a result in Leipzig, you look at their league position now, it's not that bad. And considering they're not playing at their best consistently, they're still in with a shout of most competitions.
But is that the issue, Jimmy, at the moment? We're about to watch Chelsea on a consistent run, and you're going to tell me how they're going to play. That you don't know what you're going to get from Manchester United.
No, you don't know, but they can only get better. And by having the same points with Chelsea, you know, they are in a good position in a way, because they need to improve. They know that they need to improve, and we all know that they can improve. So it's not too bad, you know. We are all saying, you know, they're not consistent. We don't know what you're going to get and this. But if they improve at that, you never know.